This is the Huanghe, a Tier 5 premium Pan-Asian cruiser. It's got very lightweight armor. A lot of people kind of dismissed the ship because it was so lightweight and was very fragile, but I guess the torpedo booster and the quicker reloading guns and this crazy skin was enough for me to go ahead and purchase the ship and check it out. So with that, let's get into the setup of the ship and the commander, who is Ding Rusheng. Pan-Asians do not have a dedicated cruiser commander, so this is the best we can do. Base trait is Gunslinger, reduces the reload time of your main battery. And for the inspirations, I have Right Through with Yamamoto, enhances the armor-piercing capabilities of the cruiser's shells. And then second inspiration is Mimbelli, Time to Make a Move, reduces the reload time of your cruiser's main batteries. So we're trying to help out the guns here. And Burn It Down XXL is the first skill, increases the chance of HE shells causing a fire. Second skill is Crisscross, increases the main battery traverse speed. Third skill, I wanted to help out the torpedoes a little bit, back in stock, reduces the torpedo launcher reload time. And then over here, I've done Steer Clear, improves the ship's steering as well as reduce the steering gear repair time. I was also messing out with Reaching Out XXL. I've gotten my best match with Reaching Out XXL, but for now I'm sort of experimenting with Steer Clear. Rudder shift time is improved by 4%, as is the steering gear repair time. And for the legendary skill, I have Fully Packed. It gains 1 additional charge for each equipped consumable, as well as reduce the reload time of all consumables, and the range to the allied ships to activate that special effect is 1.5 kilometers at legendary rank 1. When you rank up to legendary rank 2, that goes up to 2 kilometers. So let's check out the upgrades for the Huanghe. It's kind of simple. First one is Aiming Systems Mod 1. Dispersion of the main battery is improved by 7%. Torpedo launcher traverse speed is improved by 20%. And the secondary battery fire range and its dispersion is improved by 5% respectively. The next upgrade is Steering Gears Mod 2. Rudder shift time is improved by 20%. And then the loadout here, we have your normal ammunition, high explosive shells, armor piercing shells, which we'll get into in a second, and especially the deep water torpedoes. So that is a unique armament for the Pan-Asian ships. As far as the consumables, you have the damage control party consumable. Duration is 5 seconds with a reload time of 60 seconds, and you have an unlimited number of those consumables. And the torpedo reload booster is the next one. This is the one that really got me. Torpedo launcher reload time goes down to 8 seconds when the booster is active. Duration is 1 second. Reload time is 360 seconds, 6 minutes. And the number of the consumables is 3. 6 times 3 is 18. So you may or may not be able to use all 3 boosters during a 15-minute match. Wow. Okay. And then the next consumable is a smoke generator consumable. Duration is 90 seconds. Smoke screen dispersion time is 10 seconds, and the reload time is 240 seconds. So as the smoke generator puffs out, each puff is only going to be out there for 10 seconds, but it's going to run for 90 seconds. So this is going to be like a creeping smoke instead of a rolling smoke. You have to go at around 1/4 speed to stay within the smoke screen. And you have 3 of these consumables. Here you can see I am running boosters. And as far as the camo, I did get the Crazy Fury Premium Skin. Unearth Ancient Power to defeat each and every one of your enemies. Sea detectability and incoming fire dispersion is 4.5% respectively. Let's check out the stats. Survivability hit points is 24,100. Armor is 9 to 100 millimeters, so kind of like a destroyer. You don't want to get hit. Torpedo damage reduction is non-existent. Artillery, you have 6 guns. They reach out to 14.3 kilometers. Reload time is 6.4 seconds, which is great, actually. It's in the top 3 of all of the cruisers in my port. HE shell damage is 2200 with a 14% chance of setting fire every 6.4 seconds, so it will compound pretty well. And the armor-piercing shell damage is 3300, so you'll definitely get citadel hits against cruisers. As far as the torpedoes, you have 2 launchers of 3 torpedoes each, and with the reload booster you could easily get 6 torpedoes on target within 8 seconds, as we saw with the booster. Reload time of the launchers is 74.3 seconds. Maximum damage is 15,000, which is great. Detectability range by sea is 0.9 kilometers. That is awesome. Range is 8 kilometers, which is pretty good, but the speed is rather slow at 60 knots. Here are your AA defenses. This looks like a fair amount of AA. You might be able to come close to a clear sky medal with this setup. Maneuverability is 34 knots, which is pretty good. Turning circle radius of 570 meters, I think is okay. And the rudder shift time is 5.1 seconds. That's pretty much the best you can do with the commander and the equipment upgrade that we saw there. Concealment. Detectability range by sea is 11.3 kilometers. Range by air is 7.1 kilometers. And while firing in the smoke, and this is the important one, while you're running your smoke screen, is 5.6 kilometers. And let's take a look at the armor. Yeah, you really don't want to get hit, but there is some orange armor, which I guess we can go ahead and take a look at. So here you can see the citadel is really vulnerable here. It's 9 to 14 millimeters on the top and in the front, so you'll get taken out by plunging fire, or you really don't want a bow tank here. And down below here is very thin as well. And up on top in the rear is some of the thickest armor protection at 25 to 26 millimeters. And then down on the side for the torpedo belt, it looks like is 34 to 75 millimeters, but as we saw, I think there was like a 7% torpedo protection there, so basically still you really don't want to get hit. So let's check out the overview. Repeater can be equipped with the torpedo reload booster, and we definitely did that. Deep water torpedoes are harder to spot but cannot hit destroyers, so you still want to keep that in mind, just like the Pan-Asian destroyers. And the Huanghe was a British light cruiser, the HMS Aurora, and was intended to carry out close reconnaissance and counter-destroyer missions. In 1948, the ship was transferred to the Republic of China, but she ended up as part of the People's Liberation Army Navy a year later. In the early 1950s, a refurbishment plan to replace her weapons and equipment with Soviet-made models was laid out. Entered service in 1937, and there were 4 ships in the series. Right, well that's it for the setup of the ship and the commander. Let's go out in a standard battle and check out some highlights. Right, so we are in standard and we're in ring. I went out in the Huanghe a couple times in AI, and here I'm checking out the teams to see what we have. We have players on both networks, some PlayStation players and Xbox players. All right, so I think it's kind of well known that the ship really cannot tolerate any mistakes, and one single mistake in a match will end up in a destroyed ship. So actually, the way my thinking went for this match was I simply want to survive and, see what happens during the match, during the course of that. But survival is basically my number one concern here. So for now, I am going to head over toward D, thinking about using the islands for cover, trying to see what kind of ships I can spot. So here are some ships out in the open, and you can see the concealment is not really that great on this ship. And we are within range, so these torpedoes do reload fairly well. I will be looking to do the torpedo reload booster if the opportunity presents itself. But here I have armor piercing selected, and I'm going to be looking for some citadel hits on the Aoba over there. And the ship does seem pretty accurate. Here I did hit the smoke, the creeping smoke. You can see I am at 1/4 speed. And it does take some time to get used to the creeping smoke and what the numbers mean on the yellow indicator up there. You can see I did get a citadel hit already, so that is awesome. This ship definitely deals out the citadel hits against unsuspecting cruisers. So here I took another shot at the Aoba, and I launched some random torpedoes. It looked like the aiming indicator was way off because the ship was moving around when I launched those torpedoes, but they are at least out there for interference. I have not used the torpedo booster yet, and there that cruiser that I was aiming at is taken out, so there's no need for the torpedo reload booster just yet. And there I'm trying for a citadel hit on the Nuremberg over there, and the Montesulio is another good target, and there I do get 2 citadel hits on that Montesulio. They're only 3,000 or so damage when you get a citadel hit, but it does add up. We've got 3 citadel hits already on 22 main gun hits, so the ship will definitely deal some damage in the citadel department. And you see we are ahead in the match slightly, 388 to 303. And I am sort of looking to take out that Nuremberg over there. Here is a random torpedo coming. The Nuremberg is gone though, so I do not get a destruction on that opportunity, but I am sort of looking at the Devonshire here, and I'm going to be looking to capture A. The Huanghe is supposed to be excellent at capping bases because you can get in the base and hit the creeping smoke and sort of stay hidden, but you do have to keep in mind that you are only hidden up until like 5.6 kilometers, so you don't have impunity when you're in the smoke. That was a tough thing for me to get used to in some of the other ships that had rolling smoke. So creeping smoke, any smoke is no different. You do have to be mindful of the detection range while you're firing within the smoke to make that situation effective. And here I am targeting the Devonshire. I'm going at full speed, but it doesn't really look like I'm getting very much action here. Here looks like some excellent opportunities for some citadel hits right here, and you can see how accurate these guns are. And there's another citadel hit. We did capture the flag by ourselves, so we are racking up the big time XP here. And here the Devonshire went broadside again, probably unaware that you really shouldn't do that against the Huanghe. And this looks like some more excellent shots, and there my teammate got so excited that he ran in front of me. No big deal though, because we do get the citadel hit and the Devonshire is almost gone. So we're taking some more shots at the Devonshire, hoping to finish him off actually, I think. Luckily these guns do reload fairly quickly. They're slightly slower than the Cleveland, and there is our first destroyed ship. So an excellent start to the match. 5 minutes is gone. 32,000 damage. We have only taken a little bit of damage ourselves. 5 citadel hits though, so that is awesome. The Krasny Krim is looking like you can blow on it and the ship would be destroyed. So I'm trying to go up here and steal somebody's kill, I guess. And it looks like everybody has the same idea. Here are some torpedoes coming, possibly from that Krasny Krim, but I wouldn't think that it would have that great of a range, so I'm not really sure where the torpedoes came from. And I did ding the Krasny Krim, it looks like, and did get somebody else's kill maybe. But it's a team kill, so you can't really worry about that. Luckily, this match was loaded with cruisers, and it was like the optimal match for the Huanghe. So if you can get in a match like this, you might be able to do some damage. But if you're in a match with a bunch of battleships, it might be tough going. Right, so now we are very much ahead in the match, and I am looking to sail straight toward that battleship and see if I can inflict some more damage on that battleship. Maybe get some torpedo action, maybe have a good opportunity to use a torpedo reload booster, which we have not used yet. And here you can see we have almost captured B here. And all right, so we captured B with another friendly ship. So we've captured 2 flags, and there is a almost fully healthy New York up there. So we are definitely looking at this point. I'm sort of confident in the ship, so I am looking to go up here and see if I could deal the New York some damage. Hopefully the maneuverability, this isn't quite agile build whatsoever, but I am using the smoke again. I am at 3/4 speed. In a little bit I will slow down. So there I went. I slowed down just a little bit, and I am starting to hit the ship, the New York, with HE shells. So a fire got started. So that's another thing. The ship is very effective at starting fires. More effective than you would think. And we're up to 38,000 damage. And we're just continuing to nail this guy while staying in the security of the smoke. So right, so now I'm looking to get some torpedo action on the New York. Once he goes behind the island, I'm going to leave the smoke and try to intercept the New York and try to catch him with torpedoes as he's coming around this island here. So that is the main idea with this maneuver. You can see where the intercept point is. It is quite a bit ahead of the New York. He is really steaming pretty heavily, and now I am easily within detection range of the New York, but you can see that he is focused on one of my teammates and his main guns are not pointing toward us. So that is good. And here I'm going to take a shot at the New York, and I did hit the torpedo reload booster, so we will get another set of torpedoes on the New York in another 8 seconds here. That's 6 torpedoes heading toward the New York as he goes behind that island. He is flooding or on fire. Looks like he is on fire because you can see the white line is blinking on him, and he looks like he put out the fire. So will these torpedoes, we started another fire now, holy cow. So will these torpedoes finish the job? That would be something if we get a torpedo kill with the first standard match with the Huanghe, and we do, and the match is over. That ended the match. 3 destroyed ships. That is a big time result on the Huanghe. All right, well, let's see how we did. 248,000 credits, 51,000 damage, 98 main target hits. That is awesome. 1 torpedo hit. That was enough there at the end. 3 destroyed ships, 3 fires, a flooding, 5 citadel hits. That is kind of very surprising. Actually, I'm glad to see that. 2 defended flags, captured flag, and an assisted captured flag. So that was kind of a full match. Let's see how we did on the team result. Well, first place overall. That was kind of unexpected. 3 destroyed ships, 2,000 XP, but you can't complain when you finish in first place. My teammate in the Kavar did get a bunch of medals, as is the Nuremberg down there in second place, got a medal, but a first place overall in the Huanghe. That is something I definitely did not expect, especially when I was just looking to survive the match. So let's see how we did on the economy tab. Wow, 219,000 credits we cleared by the time it was all said and done. That is something, but that's what you can expect from a victory in a tier 5, any tier 5 ship, especially a premium ship. So that is something. Well, that's it for the Huanghe. I know that the ship is not for everybody. It is very tricky to play. It's probably not for beginners, but I found it kind of exciting to play, and I do like the challenge of not making a mistake during a match. So it'll be interesting to see how the ship holds up if we ever do get a dedicated Pan-Asian cruiser commander. This is the Jaguar, and I'll see you on the high seas. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you like it.